So once you actually install Power BI from the Windows Store app, you actually get this new icon. You just click on it, and then it will actually take you through a series of steps, so you can actually add or you can actually connect to this sample site. It's basically just a demo site they actually have set up for us just to test all of their reports. This actually works on Windows 8. Some people say that it actually works on Windows 8.1, but is according to the Power BI site, is not supported. Also, it actually works on Windows RT, so you can actually use that. According to the news or the blogs, they actually the official blog for Power BI, they're actually working on an iPad app for this, just like this version, but basically just for the iPad. And this is what you actually get. You get all of these examples, all of these reports. And what I want you to look at is basically we just saw the restaurant bar on the last video. We saw it. We actually looked at it. We actually see that is some of the features or most of the features are actually rendering on HTML5 for Power View. Uh, we're gonna try to use Power View here, which is gonna render on HTML5. Uh, Sometimes this can actually be pretty slow. So in those cases that you actually get this loading sign here, instead of waiting for it, just go back and try to just click on it again. So we're gonna go here, restaurant bar, click on it. It should actually load this time, and here it is. This is the sales by day. Now, the way this actually works is that you will always get this background, this white background, and each of the objects in your report, in your Excel file, is gonna be one view here. So this is, let's call it a slide. This slide here, this page here, is one object. And all the filters associated with this report are going to be on here. So if you actually have some slicers here, most of them will be actually on here. On month, this is the only one that we actually have. It's month for January. We just click here. We can actually click again here so we can actually check them. Uh, Again, this is actually touch enabled. I'm not using an RT or Windows RT or any um, touch device. I'm actually just using a normal laptop with Windows 8. And here you can see that this actually looks pretty cool. You just need to take in consideration that the background is going to be white. As for now, you're not going to be able to change that. You click on this little icon here to go to the next page, the next report, the next object, which is going to be this one. This is going to be a name range of all of this. We can actually scroll to the left, to the right. We go to the next page, and on this page, here is the Power View in HTML5 on your Windows app for Power BI. So I can actually click, let's say that I actually click on 2010, and we actually get the highlighted for 2010. Let's say here, we can actually just mouse over any of this. We get the same feeling or the same dynamic that we used to have on SharePoint on the browser, normal browser. We actually get it from here just to be mobile. You can actually pop out just like you actually did it on SharePoint, showing hide filters for that specific chart. We can go back here. We go to the next slide or the next page. Here you can see that um, we have a line chart over time with a series of years. So sales by year, month, and year. This is what we actually have here. Again, if we actually click on any of those, it's gonna change. As we see that this is a huge peak here, spike here. If we click beer, again, that's the same. Beverages, it's more or less. If we go over time, 2013 is not that great. And this is basically the Windows 8 app. If you actually want to download it, I'm gonna leave you guys with a link so you can go to the Windows Store and download it, so you can actually play with it. If you want to actually connect this to your Power BI site, if you actually have Power BI, you receive the email, you set up your SharePoint site, your Power BI app. All you have to do is you click, you go to here, which is basically this right pane. You go to settings, you go to accounts, and here you actually see that this is the account that I have enabled. Uh, Also, you have the options here to be on, to actually have the samples enabled or not. Uh, some of the stuff about the connection, our network data limits, that's the sort of stuff, and that's basically it. You can actually, let's go back here a minute. You see here that I can actually manage my favorites. Basically, each of this I can actually put it as my favorites. Each of those are favorites, so they will actually show on my Windows 8 app. Otherwise, it wouldn't show up. I can actually manage the folders that I have associated with this app. I can actually, this is the uh, mobile BI, Power BI samples that Microsoft actually provides you free. Once you actually download this app, you'll get this. Uh, this is the one that I have for me that I just set up when I received the invitation. And then this one is when I actually tried joining using an account that didn't have Power BI enabled, and you wouldn't be able to connect it. So this is it. This is the actual app. Still on early stages because they actually need to work on some of the compatibilities with Power View, specifically because Power View, some of the features like scatter charts, maps, they're not actually working quite well. They're actually not loading at all. So this is, let's say that this is actually an early release, but they will actually be uh, providing with more and more features in the future. So yeah, thank you for stopping by and actually just download this, try it on yourself, and leave a comments below. Thank you.